Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is the Nexus 5 walkthrough. So this is going to be a walkthrough of how to operate the Nexus 5, how to use it. So it's very simple. First of all, you have your main home screen. If you swipe over to the left, you have something called Google Now, which beforehand you could only launch by holding down the home button and swiping up. Now Google Now essentially kind of learns from all of your searches, and this is a way to also be able to use it simply with your voice and dictating to it. So if you have a question about something, you can just say, tap the microphone or say, "Okay Google, who is the President of the United States?" And you can see it not only answers for you in a nice card, but it'll have a Google search right underneath it for all other explanations. Now this also learns from things like your favorite teams, as well as the weather and where you live and where you're traveling to. Now you can always get more cards which will have addresses and things like that. Obviously I'm not going to show that on here, but it's just a really nice experience. Now if you notice, even when I swipe this way, how we launch Google Now, if you actually go all the way to the left, it'll also launch Google Now. So important to note, there's actually 3 different ways to launch Google Now. Swipe upward, left, as well as just saying, "Okay Google, what is the population of Los Angeles?" So you can see you can kind of get answers very easily from it. And you can say that anywhere on any of the home screens. Now if you want to add a home screen or even a widget like one of these or one of these, what you do is you hold down any free space on the home screen. So you hold that down, and then this is where you can change wallpapers, add widgets, or go to settings. Now if you have an app open that you want to close, you're going to hit this button right here and just swipe to close. Very easy and simple to use. You have a 1-finger pull down, which traditionally Android gets you all of your notifications. However, if you want to use a 2-finger pull down, what that'll do is it'll actually bring up what are called toggles. Now if you tap these toggles, it'll take you to whatever you want. So for brightness, I can turn it down and up or put on auto. If I swipe 2 fingers down, I can either turn off something by tapping it, so I can go into the menu by tapping it. So if I want to go into Wi-Fi, I can just tap it, it'll automatically take me into Wi-Fi. However, if I want to turn something on or off, I just hold it down instead. So just hold it down, now it's on, hold it again, and now it's off. So very simple and easy to use. The other way to do this is actually just by touching this button, which will switch back and forth between the two. Now if you want to get rid of all of your notifications, if you have a bunch right here, you're just going to hit this button right here, and that'll get rid of all of your notifications. Another important feature is right here, if you tap on the date, it'll take you to your date and time settings right then and there. So you can change it if need be. When you hit the app button right here, you will actually see all of your apps. Now this no longer goes into widgets like previous versions of Android. It'll actually hit a roadblock and then that's it. So these are in alphabetical order, so it keeps it nice and neat and very easy to find all of your apps very simply. Now you do have a lot of Google apps, of course, for the Google ecosystem that you can feel free to use for different purposes. Google Plus will back up all of your photos that you take on the go, and then they will end up in the photos portion. Google Maps will be your navigation tool. Gmail will be your email, and you do need a Gmail account in order to get anything from the Play Store, which is where you get all of your apps. Everything else is kind of optional for the most part. You have Google Keep, which is where your reminders are stored, as well as your quick notes. Drive, which is for documents like Word, PowerPoint, Excel. And the others are just optional. Of course, you have YouTube as well. Now, in the settings portion, You have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and data usage. Data usage is important if you want to cap your data. So if at any point you want to set a limit to your data, you can do it right here. So this is where you can see what apps are using your data very easily, and this is where you can also set a cap for it. And also for your mobile hotspot if you want to be able to use a mobile hotspot. Right here under more, this is where you have NFC, which allows you to tap and enable to connect to your data. Normally on data usage, it would have how to limit it. Unfortunately, I don't have data on this device right now. If I had a SIM card, though, it would change to it. Home is essentially if you have what are called launchers. So if you see here, I have the regular launcher, which is your regular home, and then Nova launcher. If you download third-party launchers like Go launcher, Nova, Apex, this is where you can switch between all of them. Sounds are very simple and easy, just all of your volumes and how they are displayed. If you don't like the vibration on touch, you can turn that off here. Dial pad, any touches that you don't want to be sound, you just turn it off right here. Display, this is where you can set your wallpaper as well as how long your screen will stay on. I generally recommend a minute or 2 minutes at most, but that is up to you, of course. And this is where you can change your font size to bigger or smaller. Other than that, this is where you can check your battery to see what is draining your battery the most out of all of the things you have, and any apps that might be draining your battery especially. Location, these are things that use your battery for location purposes. Facebook is probably the biggest one that does this, and it drains it very quickly. Accounts is where you can add your accounts. This is where you add different accounts for various things. Most importantly, of course, is the corporate. That's for Microsoft Exchange accounts. Other than that, you have Facebook and Google, which are your other main two, and even Dropbox or Evernote and other apps such as that. Accessibility, this is for disabled people, and if you ever have your phone constantly talking to you for some reason, you probably enabled TalkBack, which basically tells you everything that it's doing. That is for a person that, of course, cannot see. You do have printing built in. Now, it does come with HP printer service built in, as well as Cloud Print. I do have a video on Google Cloud Print if you don't know what that is, but it allows you to make any phone you have at home connected to a computer into a wireless printer. Developer options, you do have to unlock, see one of my other phones on how to unlock that. And About Phone is where you can check for system updates. All right, that was a brief walkthrough on the Nexus 5. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. And if you didn't find this video informative, please give a like and thumbs up. Thank you for watching. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.